Hi, this is author Jeanne Bender. Looks like we're live. Let me see, it's loading. I'd like to hear if any of you are out there. I started early today just to see if people are going to click on to our Lindie Lou and You session 2. This is only my second time on live video. I'm really excited about it. So if you have joined our group, please say hello. Oh, there's a comment. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Nancy. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. I know it takes a little while for the messages to show up. That's why I started early. We have 3 minutes before we start the program, and I'm all excited. Oh, there's Steph. Good afternoon, Steph. How are you today? Do you have Lou with you? We have a little boy named Lou, L-O-U. Isn't that adorable? Just like Lindie Lou is spelled L-O-U. We have a boy named Lou that's on today with his mom, Steph. And here comes Mary. Hi, Mary. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Lily. Thank you so much for joining. It's so nice to see that you're on with us today. And I'm going to see if I can scroll. Oh, yes, I can scroll up and see all the messages. Hi, Lou. How are you? Steph just told us that Lou is sitting right next to her. And I have a really cute picture of Lou. I'm going to show you so you can see what Lou looks like, because our show is going to start in 2 minutes. So here's Lou hard at work, trying to figure out what to put on his coloring book page for the contest today. And let me show you a picture of Steph. Of Sophia. There's Sophia, who's on today. And I'll show you a picture of Lily. Here's Lily. Lily's here today with us. So, thank you for coming and joining us. Oh, Nancy's saying hi to Sophia and Lily. And this is so exciting. I can't wait to start the program in 1 minute. Are you ready, Lindie Lou? Are you ready? Yes? Say yes. Yes. If you guys want to give me thumbs up or hearts, you can do that as well during the program. Oh, Nancy's saying hi to Lou. Okay, our show is about to begin. I'm just waiting for the clock to tick to 1 o'clock Pacific time. So nice to see all the faces. Thank you so much for coming. And here we are. Welcome to the Lindie Lou and You Kids Corner. I'm author Jeanne Bender, and I am so glad to see all of you here today. It's been 1 week since our first session, and this is our second session of the Lindie Lou and You Kids Corner. So I want to welcome everybody who was here last week, and I want to welcome anybody who's new this week. And if you come on during the program, make sure you say hi so I see a comment and I know you're joining us. So we have Kids Corners, and this is my Kids Corner. I have my little Lindie Lou stuffy, my Lindie Lou books, and I'm nice and cozy. There's a map behind me. It's kind of blurry. And it is of Wyoming, Jackson Hole area, which is where I am today. And I have a turtleneck on because it's chilly up here. It's in the 60s and 70s, which is quite chilly for June. And I would like to show you a few kids' corners that have been shared with me over the last week to give you an idea of what some of our kids' corners look like. And here is Lily and Sophia's Kid Corner. It's very cute. They have big stuffed animals with them. They look like little pillows they're sitting on. And I have another kids' corner. Just a minute, I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Okay. And I'm scrolling. Oh boy, I seem to have lost my gallery. So I'm going to pass on those right now. Hopefully my kids' corner, my pictures will come back up so I can share things with you. Let me just go to my Lindie Lou corner and we will begin. So, it's the Lindie Lou song. La 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 la. Do you know the song? It's on our website. Lindie Lou spells Lindie Lou. La 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 la. That's the Lindie Lou song. I was pushing a button and instead I got the Lindie Lou song. How cute is that? So if you have created a kids' corner at your house, please send it along to me so I can share pictures online. So during our Lindie Lou and You program, we're going to have a story time. Then I'm going to introduce you to somebody who in my life has either changed it or helped me with my journey writing the Lindie Lou Adventure Series books. We're going to announce the winner of the activity from last week, the coloring book contest. We are also going to show you how you can win next week. And we'll have a question and answer period where you can ask me questions. So let us start with our story time. Well, when you write books in a series, it's really nice to have a main character. In our case, the main character is Lindie Lou, but wouldn't it be more fun if there were other people in the books, Lindie Lou, for you to have fun with and to play with? Yes? Well, in the beginning, when I started writing the Lindie Lou Adventure Series books, I decided that Lindie Lou was going to have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. So she has a brother Topaz, a brother Jasper, a brother Ruby, a sister Ruby, and a sister Diamond. But she didn't always have brothers and sisters. Some of them are real. Did you know that Diamond is real, is really Lindie Lou's sister in real life? And did you know that Ruby is real? She also isn't real in real life, but I made up the character Topaz and Jasper. And can any of you guess what these brothers and sisters have in common? If you can, type what you think Jasper, Topaz, Ruby, and Diamond have in common. When I first started writing the books, those were not their names. Topaz's name was going to be Nutmeg. Jasper's name was going to be Rocky. Ruby's name was going to be Cinnamon, and Diamond was going to be called Pepper. Diamond is black, that's why I thought of Pepper. But as I was writing the books, I realized that even though they were all named after spices, cinnamon, pepper, nutmeg, Rocky isn't, but the other ones were, that maybe it'd be better if they had a theme that went along with something else in the books. And it brought me back to the Lindie Lou song because of the next verse, which I'm going to play for you right now. Let me see if any of you are typing. Oh, you are typing. Steph said they're named after gems. Exactly. Oh, Kim has come in. Hi, Kim. Thank you for joining us. You are absolutely right, Steph. And here is the verse in the book that in the song, which goes along with the book that made us change the brothers and sisters' names to gems. You are cool, and your friends think you're a jewel. La 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 la. So, Lindie Lou's brothers and sisters are cool, and they're named after gems. Lindie Lou, you are cool, and they're named after gems. So you got that one right. So that's where the names Ruby, Topaz, Jasper, and Diamond came from. And in the books, they all have different personalities, which you will learn about as you read the books. They really are quite cute. So that is my story about Lindie Lou and her brothers and sisters. Now, some of you have asked me, why is Lindie Lou not named after a gem? Does anybody have any idea? If you do, you can type it right now. And, Lindie Lou, how come you're not named after a gem? Where did you get the name Lindie Lou? See if anybody guesses. So far, I don't see any comments, so I'm going to give you the story. Lindie Lou is a pedigree puppy, and she was given the name by her mother and father because her mother's name, not her mother, one of her grandmother's names was Lindie Lou. So her name on her pedigree was La Petite Lindie Lou. And I thought it was such a cute name, and it really was my real dog's name, so I decided to keep the name Lindie Lou. Yes, Steph, Lindie Lou is real. She's a real puppy, and she really was my dog. And if I can, I'm going to pull up lindielou.com and show you a quick picture at lindielou.com. And then I'm going to go to the kids section, photos of Lindie Lou, and I'm going to show you her picture. And there's Lindie Lou when she was a baby. Isn't she adorable? There's Lindie Lou. And as she grew up, we traveled together. That's where I got the idea for the travel stories. So there we are traveling together. So now that the story time is over, it's time for me to introduce you to someone that has been a big part of my life. Now, if you remember last week, I mentioned to you that there are a lot of people you meet in your life, and some of them just come in and out of your life, but some of them change your life forever. And Lindie Lou is one of those people. Oh, thank you for saying she's so cute. But I want to tell you another person that's very, very important and significant in changing my life. And her name is Nancy Kiefer. Do any of you know Nancy Kiefer? If you do, give me a thumbs up or an okay, because Nancy Kiefer is two things to me. She is the editor of the Lindie Lou Adventure Series books, and she is also my sister. So she is very, very important to my life for two reasons. And I am going to show you a picture of Nancy. I hope my phone gallery is kind of not cooperating right now. So let's see, I'm going to go here. Oh, here we go. Good, I figured it out. So here's a picture of my sister Nancy. She was at an event with me, one of our first Lindie Lou Adventure Series events, and she has on one of our Lindie Lou t-shirts, just like I have a Lindie Lou t-shirt on today. This is Nancy Kiefer, and she is very significant in my life. And I would like you to know that Nancy has worked as an elementary school educator for many, many years. And many of those years, she was a school librarian. And one day, we were together on a American Cancer Society cancer walk. My sister is one of my 5 sisters and 2 brothers. I really do come from a big family. One of my sisters is a cancer survivor, And yes, Mary says Grandma Nancy. Nancy's also a grandma to Sophia and Lily. And Mary is also a grandma to Sophia and Lily. And we were on a cancer walk, praising the good work of the American Cancer Society, and so happy that our sister Lisa was a cancer survivor. And we were on a relay for Life Walk around a track. The more laps we did, the more money we raised for cancer, the American Cancer Society. And we were walking along that day, and I mentioned to Nancy that I wrote a book, and it was called Lindie Lou Goes to St. Louis. And I told Nancy that I let my brother John read it to his 3 children, and they loved it. And I told Nancy that I asked Nancy if she would read the book, and she said sure. So I gave her a copy of the book, and after she read it, Nancy told me that she liked it very much. She specifically liked that it was a chapter book. She said there are a lot of color picture books out there, but there are very few second grade reading level chapter books. And so she was very happy to see that it was written as a chapter book. And she said that she also liked that there were pictures in the book, because this would help bridge the gap between children reading picture books and going into their first chapter books. And so she liked that there were pictures in the book. And she said, Jeannie, I really like your book, Lindie Lou Goes to St. Louis. And I was so happy. And she said, but I'm afraid that it still needs a lot of work. She said, I read beginning chapter books to my students all the time. And even though your book is really good, there are things you could do that would make it a lot better. So we kept walking that day and being thankful for our sister, that she was healthy and a survivor. And I didn't say anything more to Nancy about the Lindie Lou book. So when I went home that day, I had a fit. I was so upset. I thought my book was perfect. My brother thought the book was perfect. His kids thought the book was perfect. I had no idea why she didn't think it was perfect. Who did she think she was? And so I just sat there and pouted. And then I started to think, Nancy works as an elementary school teacher with second grade students for many, many years. Nancy has a master's degree in education. My degree's in business. What if she could help me make my book better? Maybe I should at least listen to her and see what she has to say, because otherwise I'll never know. So I thought, and that day, and this is a true story, I learned a very important life lesson. You are going to learn a lot of life lessons during your lives, and it's really important that you learn from them and use them to become a better person. The life lesson I learned that day is if I can't take advice, then I can't improve. And if the advice comes from someone who loves me and I trust, then they will only tell me the truth. So, because I've learned so many life lessons, I've put them in the Lindie Lou Adventure Series books. So as you read the books, the life lessons are in red letters. For example, one of the life lessons in Lindie Lou Flying High is, if you try something and fail, keep trying. Don't give up. And that's kind of how I felt about my books that day. So I decided that even though it kind of hurt my feelings, I was going to go ahead and work with Nancy on editing the Lindie Lou books. And the next week, during story time, I'm going to tell you even more about the stories, about Nancy and about how we edited our books. And so it is the end of our people, person, and things section. And I'm now going to tell you who won the activity challenge. So, first of all, I'd like to show you some of the entries. Unfortunately, I can't show you them all. Time won't allow. But this one is from Kinsey. And Kinsey did a very colorful Lindie Lou. And this one is from Haley. And Haley did some nice blues and yellows and a lot of pinks. One thing I noticed is every one of you painted Lindie Lou brown, which was quite impressive and quite cute. Here is one from Chris. And again, Lindie Lou is brown. And I would like to tell you that these are all different age groups. So these little 4-year-old boys did an adorable job. This is Ryan's entry of Lindie Lou. And again, he painted Lindie Lou brown. There, now you can see it. And here is Teddy. Teddy actually did his painting, his coloring book page on a pad because they don't have a printer at their home. And I'm just going to show you a few more. This one was done with from Sophia. And I love it. I love all the pinks and that she made the sky black because it was nighttime in this picture. And this one is from Lily. And if you look at this, she highlighted the stars, which made them very bright and brilliant. And I love her blues and greens and pinks. And this one is from Brooke, who did purples and pinks and a blue sky with green grass. So it was a little bit more during the day. And let me see if I have any more pictures to show you, because my screenshots are not exactly the way they're supposed to be showing up. So I am going to see now if I can go. Oh, here's another one. This one was done by Lou, and I believe Lou is watching today. And as you can see, it's very brightly colored, and Lindie Lou is brown again. So these are some of the coloring pages. There are more, but it's time for us to announce the winner, and the winner gets a Lindie Lou stuffy. So we thought, and Nancy and I thought very hard about who was going to win the stuffy. And I want you to know it was a very difficult decision because you are all at different levels, all different ages, and all of you did such unique, special things. But we decided that the winner of the Lindie Lou stuffy this week is Lou. And I'll tell you what we love so much about this. We loved that he put paw prints on the tent. We loved that he turned the round circles in the blanket into paw prints. And we also loved that he put confetti in the sky. I think that's what it was. And the colors he chose were so bright that we decided that Lou wins the stuffy this week. So congratulations to you, Lou, and thank you all for your submissions. I'm going to post them and with a link so everybody can look at the what we would call the runners up, which is what I showed you today. And now it's time for me to tell you what next week activity is going to be. Next week, the winner is going to get let me show you a picture. Is going to win ooh, this thing's so funny. If I can find the picture. Oh boy, I can't find the picture. My camera suggestions got all changed around in the last couple minutes before I came on. But what we have is a big, fluffy, stuffy, soft blanket that's big, and it has Lindie Lou on it. So after I'm finished, I'm going to post on this Facebook page a picture of the plush Lindie Lou blanket that you can win next week. And it's a beautiful blanket, and this is what you have to do to win. Think of a life lesson that has changed your life and write down your life lesson. It's okay if you color it or you just type it into an email. It won't be judged by what the visual is, but it is fun to color and make things fun. But think of a life lesson that's changed your life and write it down or present it in some kind of way. And Nancy is telling me to remind Lou that he will receive his stuffy in the mail. So have your mom email us your address. And it goes to jbenderbooks@gmail.com. And congratulations. Nancy says congratulations to Lou too. And also, when you come up with your life lesson, write it down, email it to jbenderbooks@gmail.com. And I will take a look at them, and Nancy and I will decide next week who wins the activity challenge and wins this big, beautiful blanket. It's blue and it has Lindie Lou and it says Lindie Lou on it, and I will post it after this program. And that is the challenge for next week. The deadline is always Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And don't forget that you can come up with more than one life lesson if you like. But think of really, the best would be to think of your best one and your favorite one and share that with us to win the blanket. And so I want to say good luck to you on the challenge. Thank you for joining the show. And we still have time for questions. So if you would like to start typing questions, it takes a few minutes for them to come up. And have some fun with your life lesson. Make it fun and interesting. And if they're really good, they might end up in one of the Lindie Lou books, because each one of our Lindie Lou Adventure Series books have at least 3 life lessons in them. So it is now time for our question and answer period. So I'm looking for questions to pop up on the screen. Oh, wow, there's all kinds of things coming up I missed. Oh, I'm getting smiley faces and hearts. And everybody's writing. I'm going to give you just a second to ask. Here's a question. Here's a question. Where do all the puppies live? Oh, that's a very good question. Well, let me get up the picture again. Here we are. Topaz lives with cousin Rhonda on a farm which is described in Harvest Time, Celebration on an Organic Farm. That's where Topaz is living. Jasper lives in St. Louis with Joe and Sherry, who are right here. Joe and Sherry, who are her owner. Diamond lives with Rod and Roma, and I didn't tell what city they live in yet. And Ruby lives, here's Ruby down here. Ruby lives on an island, and I haven't exactly described where the island is, but I can tell you this. In book 5, On Ice, Exploring the Arctic with a Polar Bear Cub, which I'm writing right now, Ruby shows up in that book. So Lindie Lou, you're going to get a chance to see all your brothers and sisters in all the books. Isn't that wonderful? Yes. Oh, you are so cute. Lou's going to have a lot of fun. And I'm pretty sure we're going to give away more Lindie Lou stuffies because we're going to have a giveaway every session. Are there any other questions? Oh, we got one from Steph who asks, where is Lindie Lou going? Well, Lindie Lou is going on an adventure in every one of her books. In book number 1, she's going to fly on an airplane for the very first time. In book number 2, she goes up in space, an adventure at the Space Needle. In book 3, she goes to an organic farm where she learns how farm families feed the world. And in book 4, she goes to New York City and uncovers the secret of the Big Apple. And in On Ice, she goes to the Arctic to explore the ice and the glaciers with a polar bear cub. So come along for the fun with the Lindie Lou Adventure Series. And it looks like we are running out of time for now. So I'd like to remind you to join us next week for our Lindie Lou and You Kids Corner in our Facebook group called the Lindie Lou Books Group. And this is Jeanne Bender saying goodbye for now. And remember, it's all about Lindie Lou and you. Thanks for joining. See you next week.